Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Welcome to 2026. Hope y'all had a good new year. We just stayed home. We don't do much. Never did do much growing up on a farm with mom and dad. Building this place up the way they did, and us kids just helping. Celebrated Christmas and stuff, but New Year's just another day. So 2024 corn silage is gone. It lasted me almost to the New Year's Day. I had been mixing this first bag for the last couple weeks. We got an ice storm going on. It's slicker and it's very slick. I don't want to fall down here on you guys and hurt my elbow or my hip or who knows what else. But this was one of the last bags that we bagged, and it's by the test. Had my nutritionist come out and he said, by the way you're testing with your butter fat and protein and everything, it's fermented. I mean, it's been, shoot, we started mid-September chopping, probably finished this in October, so yeah, it's been 2.5 months since it's been chopped. So I'm gonna run this bag down first, kind of our overflow bag. I dip into some of this to the heifer barns to give the heifers some corn silage, and then I've got 4 more big boys over there. These are 250 by 10 foot. First year we ever did that, but we're gonna try to make it through the ice and not anybody get hurt. And you don't want them cows out on this stuff or they'll break a leg, literally break a leg, and you'll be having to butcher them. We don't want that. So try to get through the ice storm today. We'll see what we got on the chopping block. 2026, let's go. Oh yeah, like a pro. It's starting to warm up. I see some roofs dripping, and luckily this barnyard's thawed. Well, it started to rain, so what we thought was slippery is extremely slippery. Oh, that truck's laced up. I got a cow I just dried up. There's Tyson walking down 85, big red man, tailing him. Yeah, there's 69. She's 7 months pregnant. Got to fix my gate. They tear the heck out of here. You put them in there because they're going down to the dry cow lot here for 2 months. R&R, rest and relaxation, but they don't want to be in here. They want to go eat, but we're putting them on chill out duty here shortly. 85, cow in heat like that, she's they get wound up. They get a little attitude. Look at her. She's normally a very timid cow, but when they get on that cycle, look at Tyson, man. He's got one thing on his mind. Got one thing on your mind, don't you, big boy? I'll tell you what, it was bad when I was loading that mixer, but now it's real bad. Got this dirt put out here. I hope these milk haulers make it. They got a tough job. Let's give thanks to them. Milk haulers, they got it rougher than we do, work just as hard as we do. Put some dirt on the turn, dirt on the way in, and dirt on this curve. He's got to make a heck of a bend. Wow. He's coming in, sprayed his windshield off. There's Tyson. Oh, he gave her the double pump. You son of a pup, you. You little, short little guy, you. Get on out of here. Big Jack's coming in. Rain's kicking up. Oh, yeah. Everybody's fired up. Fairly mild. Yeah, he pushes that Red Bull around. Whoa. Yeah! Hold. Relax. Relax. Ain't nothing in this house worth fighting over. Bye, buddy. Four-wheel skid. Lot of ice. There you go. There you go. There's Chevy for you. Guys, quick pit stop at home. Tell you about today's video sponsor, Brooklyn Bedding. I can personally vouch for this company. I've ordered 4 mattresses and had all 4 delivered to our front door. With your Brooklyn Bedding mattress, you get a 120-night sleep trial along with a limited lifetime warranty and free shipping to your door if you live in the U.S. The best part about all of this is that Brooklyn Bedding mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped from their Arizona factory, USA. We took Brooklyn Bedding Sleep Quiz, which takes information about your sleep positions and firmness preferences to suggest the best mattress for you. We've had our Brooklyn Bedding mattress for over 3 years and we love it. What I like most is the temperature control. It's not too hot, not too cold, perfect for all climates. We've also gotten new pillows and new sheets for our new mattresses as well. And the bottom line is just a lot easier and safer to order online and get it shipped directly to your door. My wife and I have been sleeping excellent and waking up feeling very refreshed. So guys, we love our Brooklyn Bedding mattress and I think you would too. If you're looking for a new bed, check out brooklynbedding.com. You can click on one of the links below and get 30% off your mattresses with code KIPSIGLER. You can support the channel by mentioning Kip Sigler Farming in your post-purchase survey. So guys, I figured I haven't given you a good old-fashioned voiceover, so I figured no better time than now, January 1st. Yeah, a cow did get out like we thought. They sneak out when you're going in and out there with that manure spreader. Thankfully, this cow here walked the side of the barn. Smart cow. I mean, because that is so slick. With that rain, it just turned that ice to super thick. She can go in there with the rest of her friends. That's that barn that we did 1 year ago. We put the new steel on, new doors, new skylights, heading in with the spreader. Yeah, this voiceover, you can just explain a heck of a lot more. There's my broken window I gotta fix yet. Got her in 4-wheel drive. You'll see I'm gonna tap it right there. All you do is pull that out and you got 4-wheel drive. That white's a heck of a backup spreader. In the barnyard, getting ready to load out another load. I'm just kind of telling you, Telling you how much I like this white, and how, you know, you guys that's ran white tractors, you know, you like them. They were just a solid, heavy old girl. Dad bought that, and we took extremely good care of it. We just got to get that window fixed, and it's a good backup. And that dozer you seen earlier in the video, that's excuse me, that's a guy that dug the ditches out. See where I'm pointing? All them drainage ditches about a mile around the farm. He's gonna come and bulldoze all the mounds over, and taking a quick look, showing how dry it is in this freestall barn. Still amazes me almost every day how well they lay in there. If you remember, I'm talking 75–80% of them were laying backwards. Guys told me, they said, look, you've got an issue where it's just they're getting taught that at some age. And I raised them up. That's a newer edition. They're 2008, so I guess it ain't that new. It's coming up on 20 years old, but they like that one, that edition better because it's taller, ventilation, brighter. But these old stalls, this barn's from 1964, and we got her back up to snuff, and cows are enjoying themselves. Next day, you can't tell. The only problem with this voiceover is I wish you could hear the wind howling. It went from 40 degrees and rain to about 0. I've got my grain on here. This is how I'm piling up. She likes to blow. I was saying, if you would have kept it this way, you'd want to put a room on there, but as of right now, I'm just emptying that silo so I can haul in the dry corn. But it's extremely cold, and 45-mile-per-hour winds going on. You know, a temperature change like that, 50-degree temperature change in 12 hours. You know, up here in Michigan, we're surrounded by the Great Lakes, protected generally. But once in a while, that gate just slammed against my mixer there. Just never had wind blow that shut like that, but it happens. Right now, I've got that mixer running. That's been mixed from last night. I've got it running and turning, and then I went and turned my grain on. And they've got them bunks lit clean. I fed them a little light with the drastic temperature getting so cold. Clearly, they needed a little more feed. And then I just put her down here. I put that tractor in the lowest gear possible, and I just drive. And I drive. I got salt blocks in there for extra salt for them. That was what my nutritionist said. We're getting towards the end. Starting to get a little darker. See, at the end there, my gate slammed shut on me again. Since then, I've learned you gotta prop that open with something. And they're coming. This is that bunk there I showed you. I want to put a liner in it still. So I'm opening this gate back up. What are you gonna do? Letting that mixer sit there. And we're gonna get back on. But, you know, it's windy, so it slammed on me again. No big deal. I'm just gonna kind of push it open, and we're getting close on what's left in this mixer. We're about empty. Yeah, that was 8,700 pounds per load. Now, since this, I'm already up to 9,100. But this, I've got more heifers in now and cows. But them heifers, man, when they calve, they eat and eat and eat. And we're out. I'm gonna shut her, put her in park, and whammo! I just wish you could hear that howl. That wind is just, and while I'm feeding, excuse me, I'm letting that grain pile up for my next load. A lot of waste there getting blown around. Like I said, if I did that, I would have had to put a room on there. I didn't. You know, once you get used to scooping feed, like I'm doing with my my loader, you want to stick with it. It's just, I know you could put up a bin and you could auger feed into it, but that's why I poured that cement. Once you get used to scooping something and dumping it in there, it's just so simple that I just prefer not to mess with another bin or an electric motor, and the scooping action just seems to work. Now, I've only got about 5 to 7 feet left in the silo. I'll empty it right out. I'll end up taking these blocks and I'll use them in that new commodity shed where we poured the cement. Now I'm onto my corn silage. We're on the west side of the farm. That's where all that wind comes from. And that's that fresh corn silage. I think we put that up in October. The milk test shows that corn silage has been fermented. Another walkthrough. We're in the barn, open concept. This north side's open, but the cows are they're eating. I keep the lights on because it's one of them overcast days. Look at that milk, that winter coat she's got on. One of my nicer cows there, let you touch her. And just as I was doing that, I got an alert on my phone that said we got a snow squall. So we only had gale warnings, and then now a snow squall. I said, what the heck's a snow squall? I still don't really know. I just know it just started snowing like crazy. You see they're not out there. They just pack back in them barns. Now this is that open, that's the south side, and it kind of blows in there. But hey, nothing's perfect. That's a 1964 barn. Give you this update on this John Deere 4240. Got the tires in. The new wedge we ordered, got them stuck right in. It looks like a completely different tractor. Dad painted the rims there. Glass is clean, interior's clean, oil's changed. The front tires moved in. Block heater installed, and there's your new plastic piece. I had that thing cracked and smashed, looked like garbage. Our buddy Mike, our neighbor, great guy, fixed that for us. And man, that thing, the rest of the tractor really needs to be buffed. I waxed it, but it really needs to be buffed. But that's a heck of a tractor, how old it is. Again, you can't hear the wind howling, and we don't normally shut those calf barns and heifer barns up. Whoa, see right there, almost went down. Regained it. Back in the calf barn, young Jack, and I say young, he's 18 now. I'm talking to him. I say, hey Jack, you hear we got a snow squall going on? And he said, no, I never heard of that. And I said, neither have I. We got that bedded down, the whole barn clean, hutches. That takes some time, about an hour and a half. Hutches got to get pitched out by hand, and you just want them clean, dry, comfortable. We're talking about negative temperatures coming on, and that looks like a little baby reindeer right there. These are some very cute, strong, healthy calves. My brother does a heck of a job. Enough of that, and we're going to shut this last barn up here because the wind's just starting to blow in. Take a look at a couple different calves. That's a crossbred calf. It's got a Holstein head on him, but that was his dad that we just shipped up to Marlette. That you can tell by its leg. It's got a spotted leg. Like I said, I can't say it enough. Greg does a good job. And right when we were getting ready to leave, another pen in that middle heifer barn, Greg says, that looks kind of wet. Let's clean it. It'll only take us 20 minutes. And you know, we were hungry. It's in the afternoon, getting ready to go home and take a break, and he's right. You know, these guys my brothers are solid, man. There's no weak link with these guys. They just, on our way home, I'm blessed with this barn. I'm gonna give you an update on this barn in the next video. I pull right in, shut the garage door. What can I say? I want to wish you guys a happy, healthy 2026. Check in my wood stove, making sure the family's warm. 170 degrees, what you want that at. Guys, take care. Cheers to 2026. See you in the next one.